Hey, isn't it frustrating when you don't have a clear path to success? Well, that's why I invented the Perfect Day Formula kit that gives you clarity, structure, and discipline. It's called the Ballantyne method that allows you to make more money, work less, have more time for what matters in your life, whether it's your faith, your fitness, your family, your finances, whatever it is. That's what I'm going to give to you, okay? My name's Craig Ballantyne. I used to be struggling so much. I was a binge drinker. I was socially anxious. I was introverted. I wasn't as happy and as successful as I wanted to be. And so I needed a formula. I came up with one through a lot of trial and error. There was a lot of heartbreak. I had anxiety attacks that sent me to the emergency room. But I went through that personal hell so that you don't have to. And in the next 7 videos, we are going to help you create personal and professional blueprints so that you achieve everything that you want in life. So let's go and grow. All right, so if you are frustrated, if you are like, oh, I'm on the verge of greatness here, why won't success just come faster? Well, you're in that position because you just don't have clarity on what to do next. It's like you're lost in a forest and you can hear the success highway just off. Maybe it's to your right, maybe it's to your left, maybe it's behind you. You're not sure. And you're wandering around the darkness. Now, if you had a roadmap, a treasure map to success, you would just follow the path and you would get there. And that is why I focus so much on creating values and vision. When you have your values and vision, it drives every daily decision. It helps you make the right choices on the straight line to success. So my little analogy is that at one point in our lives, we're all going to Disneyland or Disney World or Euro Disney or Shanghai Disney or something like that, because Disneyland is a dream destination for most people in life. Now, how do you get there? It's a straight line to success. You fly to the airport, you get in a rental car, you drive, and you've taken your family to their dream destination. Now, it's the same with your life. If you have a straight line to success and you know where you want to get to, we keep you on the path and we prevent you from taking detours. So that's why when I created the Perfect Day Formula, I put so much emphasis on creating your life's vision. There's a whole bunch of questions that I ask, so, things that you have to fill out. When I sit down with my coaching clients, we spend 2.5 hours on this because it is so important. Now, if you don't have your values and vision in place, you become misaligned. And that's what happened to me back in 2006. When I was just on the verge of success, I had my anxiety attacks because I didn't have clarity of path. And I don't want you to suffer from the same thing. So the most important thing is for you to create the vision. The vision. So that's day 1's challenge. Create the vision for your future. And when you have that in place, we can then go formulate a straight line to success, keep you on track through accountability and coaching. And the next thing you know, you've achieved your dream life. Now, if you don't know where to start, please send me a message because I want to change your life. I want you to have everything that you desire and you deserve, that you've worked so hard for. I want you to get rid of the frustrations and bring abundance into your life. Don't you just hate it when your New Year's resolutions fail? Yes, you do, right? You have this wild and crazy idea. The next 12 months are going to be so amazing, and then you fall off the wagon. And why is that? Well, it's because you don't have a proven plan. So years ago, my friend Bedros Keuilian came to one of my events and gave me this bobblehead doll. And so in exchange, I was like, I need to give him something back. So I invited him to one of my workshops and we sat down for the entire day and we created a clear plan for him growing his business in the next 12 months. And when he had that 1-year blueprint in place and he knew exactly what to do every single day, well, that brought an extra $750,000 into his life. Because again, it's just like having a treasure map. And remember when you see a treasure map that X marks the spot and there's all those little dotted and dashed lines and around the obstacles and takes you right to the place and that's where you dig. That's what having a blueprint does for you. It gives you so much clarity. And if you don't have that for your personal and professional life, you can go totally off the rails and you're not aligned with your values and your vision. So I don't want the bad stuff to happen to you. Instead, I want to give you that treasure map. And the treasure map starts with the values and vision. Then we go, in most cases, I help people build a 3-year plan, then a 1-year plan. That's what I want to talk about and challenge you to create today. What are you going to do in the next 12 months? What do you want to accomplish? Now, the thing is you can't do everything. You can do great things, but you can't do everything. And if you want to do great things, you have to do fewer things. So ruthlessly cut. Now, if you don't know what to cut, ask me. And if you don't know what to add, ask me again. And if you don't know how to get there, again, ask me. I have helped people like Bedros add all that money. I've helped people like Xander Fryer find the love of his life through the accountability and the coaching and the directions that I gave him exactly what to do. Now, he did all the hard work, but I gave him the blueprint. My client, Frank Denblanken, who went from 10K a month to over 100K a month, he did all the hard work, but I told him what to do and, just as important, what not to do. The not to do list, the kick it to the curb list, is super important. So when you have your 1-year plan in place, you can go and make a whole lot more money, find the love of your life, and achieve everything that you desire and deserve. Don't you just hate it when you wake up in the morning and you're like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Man, so many of my clients come to me with that frustration. They're like, Craig, I want to be successful. I want to make more money. I want to work less. But I don't know what to do when I start my day, or I don't know what to do after lunch. I'm just like, I end up screwing around on social. Listen, it's not your fault. We're addicted to our phones because those are the things that fill the void when we don't have the complete blueprints in place. So as we go through our challenge, we started off at the highest level, values and vision first. Those drive every decision. Then we break it down to a 1-year plan. Now we go to the 90-day blueprint, and this is your money maker. When you have a quarterly plan in place and you're doing that every couple of months, man, knowing exactly what to do every single day makes it so much easier to be successful. So let's go to a couple of clients that I've helped do launches. When you do a launch, you need to know exactly what to say every single day. And so I helped a young man named Daniel Schreiber and his wife Candace do a $60,000 launch. Now, that was the first time they ever sold anything online. And I helped a guy named Frank Denblanken, who I've talked about a lot, go from 10K to over 100K a month. Now, he was working 15 hours a day when he came to me, when he was making 10K a month. And he came to one of my workshops, and we started off with the values and vision, and we started cutting things down. I told him, don't do that, don't do that. And I said, all you're going to do for the next 90 days is focus on this one thing. And he said, Craig, that was the best thing. That was the thing that helped me because I didn't know what to do. And when you gave me clarity, I was able to go with the marching orders. And remember, these people are doing all the work. Frank did all the work. Candace and Daniel did all the work. I didn't do the work for them, but I did the thinking for them that allowed them to take the right actions. And so what I want you to do as you plan out your 90 days is figure out, what's my major outcome goal? What are the 3 big action steps that get me there? And then what can I do in 24 hours, 72 hours? And then every week, what's one big thing that has to be done every week for the next 90 days? And it doesn't matter if you were in one of my weight loss transformations from back in the day that were 90 days long, you knew exactly what to do every single day. And so you had success there. Now, as you go forward with your personal and professional blueprints, and these can be done for both your business and your personal life. And in your personal life, whether it's finding the love of your life like Xander Fryer did with my help, or whether it's losing weight like all of my turbulence training clients did, when you have the plan in place, success becomes clear. I want you to have these results, my friend. So go and use this tool. It's a game changer. That's why I call it the game changer when I take people through this at my events. And they just go, oh, that's what I need to do. And then I hold them to it through the accountability. So if you're interested in that missing link, the accountability, and you want to get into one of my coaching programs where I hold it to you while you do this, man, send me a comment down below or a private message, and we'll get you into the right coaching program, one for beginners, one for advanced, one for intermediate. It's just like Goldilocks, right? We got the right one for you so that you achieve your goals, all right? All right, let's go get this plan in place so that you can have the life of your dreams. Hey, isn't it frustrating when somebody explains something to you and you don't get it and they think it's so simple? I've made that mistake before. So when I'm helping people plan out their 90 days and their 1-year plan, I say, make the 3 big action steps that get you to your outcome goal. So let me walk you through this and it'll be totally clear. So we start with the outcome goal. What do you want to achieve in the next 90 days? Okay, so what is the personal goal you want to achieve in the next 90 days? What is the professional goal? Let's focus on the professional side of things in your business or in your career. You want to make a certain amount of money. You want to sell a certain number of books. You want to sell a certain number of courses. You want to get a certain number of people into your gym or to your event. Great. That's your outcome goal. Now, we don't fully control the outcome goal, but what we do control are the steps that get us there, the action steps, the process goals. Now, if we go to the personal side of things, a lot of people come to me and say, I want to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time. Great. You want to lose 20 pounds in 90 days. That's an outcome goal. We don't fully control that. When we step on the scale, we might have went and had too much salt the night before, so we have some water retention. Listen, we don't control that, but what we control are the action steps that get us to our weight loss. So going to Fit Body Boot Camp 4 times per week, following a specific nutrition program, and then drinking a certain amount of water. We control those 3 things. And if we do those 3 things, we'll get as close as possible to our outcome goal. So that's what I mean when I talk about process goals. And if you want to sell 1,000 copies of your program or product on Amazon, well, you need to do good copywriting. So you need to spend an hour a day on copywriting for your sales letters, for your Amazon listings, for your emails. Great, you fully control that. Second, you need to film a video per day for your social media. Great, you fully control that, whether you do batch filming like I do, and you do a whole bunch all at one time, or you do a daily video at 9 o'clock in the morning after you've done some of your copywriting. Great. And then you need to reach out to partners, to referral partners, to affiliates. You need to reach out and contact 3 people per day who can send you business. Great. If you do all 3 of those things, you'll get as close as possible to selling your 1,000 products. So that's how you build the 3 process goals into a 90-day plan. And if you do that 4 times per year, every quarter, you are going to have more results this year than ever before. That's your challenge, all right? So go and do that. Hey, don't you hate it when you have one of those days where you feel like, man, I was so busy, but I didn't accomplish anything? I spent so much time in activity, but I never really got anything done. Well, we're going to stop that from happening because so far we've been talking a lot about big picture stuff. We've helped you with your values and vision that drive every decision and a 1-year plan, a 90-day plan. But you know what? We need to focus on the planning the night before so that you dominate every day. And when you dominate every day, you live your perfect life. So what I teach people to do are 3 things. 1, the brain dump. In our scripting pads here from the Perfect Day Kit, we just have people write down all the stuff that's going through their head, like all the errands they have to run, all the meetings they have to have, all the tasks they have to do. And it's like pouring out a box of Lego that was stuck into your head, all right? There's cluttered up, there's thousands of pieces of Lego in your head. You just got to get it out on the table and now you feel less stressed. The next thing we do is we prioritize it in a nice orderly to-do list. And we do this the night before. If you're doing your to-do list in the morning, you're already too late. So we do our priority to-do list for the next morning. Perfect. Great. Most people, though, stop there. The next thing we need to do is process planning, which is really scripting out to make the first thing, the most important task, as easy as possible. So that's what we do here. We do a couple bullet points for the sales presentation we need to put together, or a couple bullet points for the chapter we need to write for our book. And half begun is half done, as Mary Poppins says, and makes it easier. So this system then makes every single day into a perfect day. That's how you live your perfect life. And that is how you do better planning for both your personal and your professional life. So if you don't have this, I would love to give it to you. All right. I would love to give it to you. We give it to all of our coaching clients. If you need this, it's like the missing link for success is planning perfectly for every single day. Then drop a comment down below to figure out how you can get it, or send me a private message and we'll give you a link to our 2X program, which every client will then get a copy of this, plus access to all of my video trainings to help you grow your business. All right. What does a mob boss have to do with your best year ever? Well, listen, it's one of my favorite books, The Godfather, and it's just a coincidence that everybody calls me, Craig Ballantyne, the Godfather as well. But you know what? The Godfather has in there 2 very important messages for helping us with our best planning and preparation for our best personal and professional years ever. And step number 1 is figuring out the who you need in your life, right? Like the Godfather wasn't out there doing the dirty work. It was other people doing the dirty work. So you need to go and think, who do you need in your life? Do you need a copywriter? Do you need social support? Do you need a coach? Do you need somebody to build your funnels? Do you need someone to run your Facebook ads? Do you need an assistant? You need the who. The who will do instead of you figuring out how to do it. That's very, very important. So who? The Godfather says who. The second thing is what. What obstacles do you have to overcome in your way? Is it a rival family? No, I'm just kidding. Is it bad planning? Well, we just talked about that in one of our previous videos. Is it something where you need to improve your skills? Maybe you're just not good enough in your high income skills of selling, of persuading, of speaking, of making video, or doing copywriting. Well, then you have to go and improve your skills. Or maybe you just need better leadership techniques. Maybe you have a team and you're just like, I'm not sure I'm doing my best here. Well, we have video trainings that help you overcome that what. So there's an obstacle in your way. There's a bunch of people that you need. And if you're serious about making this your best year ever, you need to bring them all together. So figure out who you need, figure out what you need to destroy, and then go and get the help to do it. The secret ingredient to success, the absolute thing that you must possibly have, is accountability. And so my friend Bedros Keuilian gave me this, and Bedros became my accountability partner. And when I was accountable to somebody that I deeply did not want to disappoint in my life, that's when I was able to move mountains. And so right now, if you're struggling, if you're stuck and struggling, and you're down here in this paycheck prison, and you're like, how do I get to the promised land? How do I get those dream vacations? How do I get more time with my family and with my kids? How do I write that book? How do I make $1 million? Well, if you try and do it all on your own, you'll struggle. You'll continue to be stuck and struggling. But if you get accountability, and not just from your dog, my dog was good accountability. He was always making sure I got my daily walk. But if you get accountability from a coach, someone you deeply do not want to disappoint, that makes all the difference. So that's what I work so hard on. That's why I make these videos, because I want to show you that I'm on your side. I was once like you, for sure. I struggled with the anxiety, with the being an introvert, with binge drinking, with bad habits, with being angry and envious, and I had an irrational fear of losing everything. You name it, I struggled with it. So here's the thing. I was able to go from here, and then unfortunately I went down, I had my anxiety attacks, and when I was at my lowest of my lows, I hired my first coach. And that's when my results started going through the roof. That was my hero's journey. Now, I went through a lot of heck in order to help you avoid going through the same problems. So if you don't want to go down the bad road and you want to go on a straight line to success to your dream destination, then all I can tell you, my friend, is get accountability from a coach or a mentor. Make sure that you're hanging around the right people, get the right social support. And that's why I've built in that social support into the coaching programs that I have. That's why I have live events where people can come together with other like-minded people that lift them up, elevate their ambitions, and hold them to their greatness. And if you try and do this all alone at home on your couch in your small little town where everybody's negative and drinking and gossiping, it'll never work for you. You can't be that lone wolf putting everything on your back and suffering in silence. You've got to be that person who steps into their greatness and asks for a little bit of help along the way. I know I did, and it was tough. I had to set my ego aside, but when I did, my life took a turn for the better. So my friend, it's up to you now. The ball is in your hand, and it's up to you to make this the best year of your life. You've got the planning, you know what to do, but if there's nobody holding your feet to the fire to do it, you might have another one of those years where you just kind of spin your wheels. And I don't want that to happen to you. So if you're ready to go to the next level, if you're ready to get the coaching, accountability, and mentorship that you need to succeed in every area of your life, drop a comment down below or send me a private message, and we'll get you access to our 2x 10 less program, which helps you double your income and work 10 fewer hours per week for the rest of the year so that you can live your dream life and have the true freedom that you deserve. I'll talk to you soon.